In 1953 Christmas Eve, there was a quickly spreading fire causing a lot of loss of lives and properties in Sakip Mei. The main reason for the casualty is the poor living conditions and tightly packed squatters. This was a warning to the Hong Kong government that the inadequate housing can no longer support the huge amount of refugee population. Therefore, the Hong Kong government moves the homeless people to the resettlement area and plan to construct public housing estate for the long-term planning. This is not all about providing social welfare, but the political decisions to ease the huge amount of discontented refugees for maintaining the social stability according to the situation. Sakip Mei is one of the earliest resettlement area and public housing estate in Hong Kong. The most earliest public housing block is decided as X-shape or L-shape, and it contains 7 floors and small number of flats for each floor. As time goes by, the old style of public housing block X-shape and L-shape are no longer the only members in the estate. The modern-looking public housing has also joined the estate, and they are commonly categorized as taller and thinner. The symbolic resettlement block must be the revitalized Mei Ho House. The government decided to change the use of Mei Ho House and repackage it as the cultural attraction to the local and overseas teenagers.
Therefore, Mei Ho House is fully renovated and revitalized into a youth hostel and was opened in December 2013. At the opening ceremony, Chief Secretary for Administration Cherry Lam described it as a pioneering renovation project for a public housing estate. The hostel combines state-of-the-art facilities with a unique cultural and heritage flavor of Hong Kong. It's equipped with modern facilities, outdoor dining spaces, a convenience store, and a cafe that gives the visitors the taste of the old Hong Kong. The hostel has 129 rooms. Thematic rooms are provided for the travelers to experience the old living style of the early public housing. There are also different types of rooms, including dormitories, family rooms, and double bedrooms.
Mei Ho House is a 6-story building categorized by 2 identical wings linked by the central block, forming the H-shaped plan. A few decades passed, with several adaptations made by the building, yet Mei Ho House is able to keep its original look. Units on each wing are arranged in a back-to-back fashion, and the balcony access ran around the whole floor. In the early layout of Mei Ho House, doors of all flats faced the long open corridors, and there was no kitchen or bathroom in flats. To preserve features of Hong Kong's early public housing through restorations, to pass down the historical, cultural, and humanistic values of Mei Ho House.
As part of the revitalization, Hong Kong Youth Hostels Association established the Heritage of Mei Ho House Museum in the same location on the ground floor, showcasing Sakip Mei public housing history through the 1950s to 70s, through a mixture of donated exhibits and first-hand anecdotes from former residents. The museum is open to public free of charge. In the museum, you can see a model of the external structure of the earliest form of public housing. It looks like a letter H, which is very rare in modern public housing design. The middle part of the H block was the communal facilities back in the days, including kitchens and bathrooms. The 6-story housing estate was the first batch of the resettlement blocks, marking the history of public housing policy in Hong Kong. Apart from the models, there are also simulated resettlement blocks showing the ways of life and the living environments since the 50s. By promoting the culture and ethos, it can arouse public awareness of the importance of conservation of tangible and intangible cultural heritage, and to interpret the historical, cultural, and social significance of Mei Ho House through exhibitions.
The green color one actually is a bag. It can save more space as the public housing unit is quite small. Listening radio is a very popular entertainment in the past. The residents like to dry their clothes in the kitchen under the sunshine, and it has a window to divide the kitchen and living room. It will not make very dark in the living room. Grocery store is the main place for the residents to buy their food. In here, you can buy rice, noodles, wine, cooking oil, and soy sauce. The old Hong Kong people like to give noodles as a gift to their families and friends. The ground floor of Mei Ho House has rebuilt into a cafe to imitate the former Hong Kong-style restaurants. We hope Hong Kong will have more projects to reserve and revitalize the old building. Their values should not be determined by money, but by history and our memory. Mei Ho House is a great example to show our respect to history.